The day we recorded our first pod was the day I dyed my hair.
Yeah. After we recorded.
Right after we recorded.
Yeah.
I had zero plans of doing this. So I was at the dentist earlier, so if half my mouth is drooping.
That's the time for a Jennifer Coolidge impression.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
Oh, wow. I've got the new, did you see that? The billboard for the new, billboards for the new White Lotus just came out.
Oh.
I'm so fucking excited. I'm the only cast member that stayed in for the other season.
Wait, really?
I feel, sometimes when I do that impression, I get lightheaded. I think it's just a lot of air going out the old bagpipes.
Probably.
Are you cold in those little overalls?
I'm a little chilly in here.
Would you like a fall shawl?
No, it's okay. We'll warm up.
It's going to be hard to conversate if you're Chilligan's Island the whole time.
I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
I'll be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you want to drape my aloe bag over your shoulders?
No, it's okay. Did you go there?
No.
Did you go shopping? No.
No.
All right.
We talked yesterday. I'm feeling full of angst.
I know. What's up? So
I don't know.
We've got peasant energy. We're not feeling
I
confident.
just feel I
After we just answered a guest questions last week about how to be confident, you're coming in this week like, ugh.
I feel like a bag of flaccid dicks.
Yeah, that's
like
not good.
I just feel like the wind hath been taken out of my sails.
What? When? When did this kick in?
Maybe Saturday. What happened Saturday? I don't know. I did shows at the Improv all weekend.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. Something just started feeling real pussy energy. I was like, every conversation that I had, I was like second guessing everything that I said.
Oh no.
And I just felt like, I don't know. In the past few weeks, I felt like so inspired and just like so motivated to just like fucking go like rampage level, you know?
Yeah. Rampage level.
I mean, I was turning into a little bit of a monster, but I kind of liked it. I was doing a show, and at one point I was like, this guy wouldn't shut up. I was just rambling. Oh, God.
No, it's okay.
This guy wouldn't shut up in the front row, and I was like, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to unzip my pants. Like, I stopped myself right then and there because I was like, I don't even know where I was about to go with that, sir. He was really annoying, though, and he kept interrupting the show.
Oh, no.
But it's just...
Was this at the Improv?
This was when I was doing shows at Irvine, Brea. Yeah.
Gotcha.
The first night. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know. It just feels like this month is getting long. It's day 24 of Sober October, and I'm starting to like, I think I'm just starting
and we're
to.
so proud of you.
Thank you. Thanks. That it's all starting to, like, I think this is the time that I would normally crack.
Right.
And be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Give me a tall glass of something. I think every time I've tried to like take a chunk of time off drinking, I've been like, well, what happens when I want to have fun?
Right. We're feeling sorry for ourselves.
We're feeling sorry for ourselves. And yesterday you were like, it makes you feel good to make people laugh or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, but
what about me?
About me?
No, what I was saying was it makes you feel good. Like, so it is about you.
But it usually makes me feel good after the fact.
Right.
I don't always feel good during it. And so, therefore, the motivation to get the fuck up and do it, she's gone with the wind.
We literally had like a 20-minute pep talk, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm feeling good. Oh, yeah, definitely. And I was like, just set a timer, do 30 minutes, and just like get it done. Yeah. And you're like, definitely. This was so helpful. Thank you so much. And
I knew all along
I
wasn't gonna do it.
I knew it. I was like, this
all right,
bitch
well, here's what
is
happened.
not
Yeah,
no,
yesterday,
no,
I told you I wasn't feeling motivated.
Wait. Oh, yeah, okay, you're setting it up. All right.
You called me.
Yeah.
Because you were probably procrastinating as well.
Yeah.
And you gave me such a little pep talk.
Uh-huh. I sure did.
Knew the whole time. I was laying on the couch like, yeah, you're right. And you just kept going on, and I knew I wasn't going to do any of it. I was like, the day has been compromised. Because I woke up thinking I was going to go, Aaron and I were going to go for a run with the goddamn dog. And then when that didn't happen.
She changed her mind. So it's Aaron's fault.
It's Aaron's fault.
Mm-hmm.
The whole day was ruined.
Yeah.
No, I just felt like, I don't want to Do it.
I knew as I was saying it, I was like, she's really, I mean, you're a great actress because you were convincing me that like I helped, and I was like, oh, she's gonna do it and she's gonna feel great afterwards.
No, literally, that's what's scary though, Mary, because I think I'm really good at lying.
Yeah, 30 minutes later I text you, I'm like, hey, did you do it? And you send me a selfie of you on the couch. Yeah. In the same position you were before.
Well, I've started watching Yellowstone, and god damn it, I love it. The episodes are an hour long. I've just finished season 2 in like a matter of 3 days.
I never heard of it.
Do you binge TV shows at all?
Yeah. I binged The Dropout this week. Actually, I'm not done yet, but I started The Dropout.
Elizabeth Holmes?
Yeah.
This is an inspiring step forward. This is an inspiring step forward. This is an inspiring step forward. Can you do it?
No. This is an inspiring step forward.
I love that show. She's such a little freak in that.
It's so weird.
It's good.
I mean, fascinating.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
That's the hard thing though about working for yourself is like if you start liking a TV show, I mean,
who's gonna stop you?
You're gonna watch all of it.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I've started like implementing tips that like my mom used to use to trick me to do my homework.
Oh my god! Like what?
Like the timer thing, which is the advice I gave you, was a big one. Was like just do it for X number of minutes. Another one is like we were talking about rewards. Like you want like a treat or like something to feel good, and I don't know. I was thinking about it yesterday, and like my mom used to make us homework toast, which was just like a piece of toast
with what on it?
Butter and
cinnamon.
No, and strawberry jam. And it like every time I eat that combination, it's homework toast.
If my mom made me that treat for homework, I would call her a bitch.
I did actually learn in high school about the cinnamon toast, cinnamon sugar on butter.
You learned
from another
in high
friend.
school.
In high school from another friend, and that's what she did to treat herself, and I was like, that's a way better treat.
It's like crack on toast.
It's so good.
If it like,
I mean, it's literally just so is jam, I guess. It's all sugar, but
if it wasn't like at least a McDonald's Happy Meal, size treat, I would have been upset.
Oh, so it's the scale that matters to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. Toast is pretty. I used to love, Sinbad used to always make me rye toast.
Rye?
I love
You're
Jewish.
Talking shit on my regular toast.
Jewish rye.
The rye bread I can't be sold on.
Really? You don't like a pastrami, like a
I'll eat
Reuben?
it. It's not my favorite.
It's my fucking favorite.
It's just, I don't know. What do they put in it other than rye? Like, it's got a bitterness to it.
Yeah, from the rye.
Is it?
I think
in my
so.
head, I was like, molasses?
I don't know.
It's so dark.
I remember, like, early days of living in LA, like, when I first saw the Jewish rye in the aisle, I, like, didn't think I could afford it. Being like, I remember, like, then I would buy it and be like, oh, I splurged on something only my mom used to make for me.
Wow. Is rye more expensive than regular bread?
I think I was just used to, like, buying always the cheapest possible thing.
Right.
Like, for a few years there.
Yeah.
And it was like $4.95 or something. It was like that, and then I remember the first time I splurged on like Brianna's salad dressing, like buying the things my mom used to buy at home. I was like, "This is it."
Oh my god,
we've made it.
Hollywood baby.
Hollywood baby.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I don't know. Something has shifted. I'm on like the days where your period looks like you've shit your pants. I don't know if that's it or what. Normally the insecurities come leading up to the period, but it's like I just feel.
Wait. I don't get it. When the period feels like you shit your pants or looks like you shit your pants? What are we saying?
When it's the valve of blood is turned off and it starts presenting as brown.
No.
You don't get it, you little fuck.
When the valve is shut off. Just getting the residue.
When the egg drop soup is gone.
Oh my god. I think we both left the last episode questioning some of the things we discussed.
I don't question my shit. You should,
okay.
Because you were talking about a turd hanging out of your ass for 8 hours. And I get it, as an architect, that might feel a little bit foreign to you to talk about.
Yeah. I've since started telling other people that story that I know so that whenever they listen to it, they're not surprised. It's so... Hey, nice to meet you. You're gonna maybe possibly hear me at some point talk about a shit hanging out of my ass, so let me get ahead of that right now.
Call all your ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You're obviously feeling confident
right now?
Seems, yeah.
I think with anything, I'm a like rip the Band-Aid off and then I'm okay. So like, I think with the last time we recorded, it just.
Oh, you mean with this?
Oh, you just mean generally?
I mean in life. I don't give a fuck about this.
Oh,
I mean, you know,
right.
This is life. But I get that. Yeah, this is new for you.
This is new for me.
Being on camera.
Yeah.
And surrounded by lights.
Exactly.
And you know, asking, am I okay to have a water?
Well, no, I don't care about that. It's water. I don't know, coming out of COVID, I feel like, you know this, but like I haven't been the most social butterfly. But I do much better without I realize I don't like committing to plans.
I can't believe you just said that because I literally have written down.
Wrotten?
Did I say that?
Written.
Did I say wroten?
Yeah, you said wroten. Play it back. Wroten down.
Plans give me such angst.
Yes.
I don't know why.
We
have plans to go to Harry Styles tonight, and I woke up and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, also I think that having the dentist. I mean, this dentist really went in today.
Uh-oh.
You know?
No. What'd they do?
It took like a chainsaw and was like, so this is going to be pretty annoying. And you're going to hear it vibrating all the way up here. And he tapped me on the forehead. I was like, fuck, all right.
Stick to the mouth, sir.
Yeah.
Don't touch the
and
other
then he
parts.
goes, you know, and there's this drill bit. And I think he had to like, I'm glad that we can't see what they're doing in that time.
Yeah.
Because I assume they're just like, you know, sanding off the whole tooth. Is that what they're doing?
I don't know.
I had this crevasse in the middle of two of my teeth.
Okay.
So it's become kind of like a lunch pail for meats.
Ew. Oh my God.
If I eat anything like pulled chicken, pulled pork.
Yeah.
Carne asada.
It just collects in there?
It collects.
Oh,
it collects. And then I gotta take this pointy tool and dig it out. And then it's just like, yeah.
Are your teeth like sensitive to the... Ugh. I'm not even really grossed out by teeth, but that's pretty disgusting.
The meat stuck in there?
The meat's getting stuck in there, yeah.
Feels so good though when you get it out.
I'm sure. It's like popping a zit.
Yeah. But so they came in because there was something like cracked. I got this filling like 3 times from this dentist that was just like not. I mean, if you go into a dentist's office and they're blasting Cardi B, like I should have known something was wrong. You know?
Felt right in. Wait, that's not the phrase. Felt right in?
Felt right in?
Like, what's the phrase when you, like, feel like you belong?
Fit right in. Fell right in.
Fit right in.
So I've written something down.
We are on our A game, folks. My God.
I can't believe
Okay, so meet
there's this
crevasse.
dentist having dinner at Cedar Sinai. And I go in, she's so young. This young, like, very hot girl.
Okay.
Also another red flag in a dentist. You know, I want an old man who looks like he doubles as a murderer.
Right.
I've always had, like, kind of a murderer type dentist who's like, hey, how are you? So good to see you. How's your mom? Hey,
yeah.
I'm Dr. Porter. That was my dentist forever growing up. That's so good. How's your dad? Good.
Is he just showing off his pearly whites? What is that?
Teeth are looking so good.
Just trained himself to show them all at all times.
Well, my mom was a dental hygienist, so dentist stuff is like...
Oh, that's right.
If she's checking in about anything, it's if we're going to the dentist, you know?
Yeah.
And
I went 10 years without.
That's...
Story for another day, but...
Dude.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Okay, so she's checking in, just making sure you're going.
Yeah, and so I was going to see this dentist at, like, near Cedar Sinai in Irijo. And she gave me filling 3 times. 3 times it fell out when I was eating, like, nothing that crazy. Not even, like, a Marcona almond.
Okay.
You know, I was eating, like, something soft. And it was just popping out. And I'd be chewing. Have you ever had a filling fall out while you're eating?
No.
And then you're like...
On the filling?
You're chewing up your filling. And you're like, well, how did, like, a crunchy silver dollar... What are those things called that you find in the ocean? silver dollar. What are they called? A little
sand dollar.
When did I eat a sand dollar? You know?
Yeah, right. I get it. No, I get it.
And you're just like crunching it and you're like, fuck, is that all my tooth falling out? And it's the filling. And so I went into this new dentist and he fixed it right up, but not without sanding down the whole tooth first.
Oh, God.
And then the second guy that came in to fill it, which I think was his like prodigy.
Okay. Protege, I believe.
God damn it, dude. Oh, I don't know if we should keep recording on Mondays, Miriam. Like,
prodigy.
The wheel isn't warmed up yet. You know what I mean? I feel so unfunny and insecure. Like,
what? You don't have, the whole point of doing this is you don't have to be funny all the time.
I'm not even talking about this. I'm not even talking about this
generally
kibble.
Right now.
I mean right now.
You don't have to be funny all the time. Be funny on stage. That's all you owe the world. We've joked about this idea of like having super high highs and super low lows.
Yeah.
And you just ping pong between the two. Mm-hmm. You rarely just coast in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm a coaster.
Yeah.
Like occasionally it goes up or down, but like generally I can just like stay a flat line.
And what's that like for you?
Probably not as tumultuous or like, you know, it's not as much of a ride. It's probably less entertaining too. But it's probably easier.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Like we've talked about that. Like drinking doesn't solve any of the insecurities you're feeling. It just squishes them a little bit. Mm-hmm. It like might stifle it for like a week and then it bubbles up eventually. So
yeah,
might as well just address whatever the insecurities are head on.
Yeah, I feel like the drinking puts on like a little evil coat.
Yeah. It's funny though, it's like I was telling you after this concert, so I also doing Sober October, went to this show. Friends of mine are drinking, partying. Mm-hmm. We run into other friends also drinking, partying. I had this I'm not like a urge driven person. And it's like really easy for me to just like, I'm just not drinking, no issue, don't crave it, don't want it.
Yeah.
And I'm like seeing all these people like having this shared silly drunken experience. And I was like, I want to. And I had this like, it was weird. Like that never happens to me. And it like, it was easy for me to just like turn it around and be like, no, I'm fine. Like, I don't need, I'm 1 week away from finishing this Sober October thing, and it's fun and it's been fulfilling, and it's like a nice thing to say like you finished something.
Yeah.
But it was a weird feeling to feel left out a little bit, you know?
Yeah, because it was on your mind.
Yeah, I was just like, and even though like very like again quickly I could be like, I have to wake up super early tomorrow. I have to like be productive on Sunday because I was horizontal all day today. Like there are things that I know I need to do, and it doesn't make sense for me to have a drink at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
You know? But it was part of me that wanted to.
Yeah. Mm. There's part of you that wants to be bad.
It's like it entices you. It's like,
This'll put me on this level. This'll do that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like not used to socializing or you're not as comfortable. Like it was like a group of like worlds of like different social circles colliding. So I could like feel myself being like, I need to like bridge a gap or like do something. And then I was just like, that's not my responsibility. Everyone's an adult. They can take care of themselves. And I'm having fun. So what's that gonna do? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's all lies.
It's all lies.
It's all lies we tell ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
It's like that have you seen that SpongeBob episode where Plankton is inside of his brain and he's controlling things and he's like,
No. I've never watched SpongeBob. I think I'm like I just missed because I was the youngest.
Miriam.
I was a big Rugrats girl, big Doug girl.
I think you'd like it as an adult.
Maybe.
It's very good.
You know what I did like?
Eliza Thornberry?
Yeah, but no.
What?
Middlemost Post.
Quit stroking my dick.
It was cute.
There are little things I tell myself to help, like in those situations.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Have I told you these before?
I think you texted me one the other day, but let's
Which
hear
one?
it. Like tell yourself that you're having way more fun than everyone else.
That. Or like sometimes if I'm with a bunch of people that are drinking, I tell myself that I've got like you pretend that you're like a superhero. You're like, I've got to save the world.
Yeah.
I can't be wasting my time with this kibble.
Yeah.
I've got, babies to save.
It's hilarious.
Little lies, it's like I can't
works.
be bogged down by this.
I've actually done a version, the flatline version of that, which is like, what if someone gets hurt? Who's going to take him to the hospital?
Oh, I thought you were going to say who's going to save him. I was like,
well,
what do you know, CPR?
No. But like, yeah, just like who's going to be the responsible one? Yeah. I've done that, but
God forbid you put him in an Uber XL.
Honestly, I don't think that ever would have occurred to me. Yeah. I want to be the savior.
Yeah. We need to examine what this is about plans though, because
yeah,
plans make me sad as fuck. Like if it's not spur of the moment, maybe just because it takes all the excitement of a day away.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think and this is why you make fun of me for traveling alone. This is why I like traveling alone.
Oh, because you can do whatever you want.
I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, zero obligation. Oh, you're hungry? I'm not. I don't have to accommodate that,
Yeah.
And it's same thing. Like I want to.
Oh, you're starved? Well, I'm not.
But it's true. Like I like the freedom. It's about freedom. It's about control, probably, where it's just like I don't want to feel obligated to do anything.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to lunch with friends or, having to work on something. Like it's just I want to be able to wake up and make this weekend was perfect. My friend texted me in the morning and was like, hey, I have an extra ticket to this show. And I'm like, yeah. I'll go. Like my mood tells me that I want to go to this thing. Whereas if I buy tickets 2 months in advance, what if the day of I wake up and I'm just like, ugh. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like Harry Styles. Sorry, Harry. I'm sure it's going to be a great show, but
yeah. I'm hoping Harry can pull me out of whatever this is.
If anyone can.
I asked Ben to buy 4 feather boas.
For the
Pretty
event.
sure I just saw him roll in the office with them. I just want to put on a sparkly outfit and go and just shake my withering ass.
Yeah. Dude, dancing cures a lot.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went out properly dancing?
Oh, God. I don't know. It's been a while.
I've been out with you dancing, and it is fun.
I love dancing.
Yeah. Maybe that's the solve.
Another thing that I also really used to do at home a lot, which I'm not home alone a lot anymore, is dance for hours.
Yeah.
Because when I lived with our mutual friend Angela, she'd be traveling. She'd be in Waikiki or Asia. Or Bondi.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Really, Becky, you don't need to fucking say that.
Really, you can stop listing them.
She's a private jet flight. She'd be with Gaga.
Gaga.
And I could just,
Are we allowed to say that?
You take a couple rips of a joint and just blast the music. And another, that's, to me, my version of traveling alone. Just dance
Freedom.
like an absolute freak and twirl around and do whatever.
Yeah.
I have not done that in so long.
I remember you had a trampoline and you used to just bounce on it.
Well, Erin made me tuck it away.
Oh. Yeah, I remember,
I told her in our next house I need a full goddamn playroom.
I can see that for you.
I was like, I need a fun, you can have a woman cave or whatever, but I need a dance studio that has my trampoline, my wigs.
Yeah.
Just my mini Tonka trucks.
Get weird in there.
Yeah.
My mini Tonka trucks.
And I need it to be soundproofed so you don't hear this mania. Mm-hmm. I feel like plans too, with plans, I start immediately thinking of excuses. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's I have fun thinking of excuses, but I'm like, what can I say?
You've done that to me.
What do you mean?
Well, I feel like a couple weeks ago we had plans to do, I don't even remember what it was, but we had plans to do something and you were like, it was getting our nails done.
Yeah.
And literally we were on the phone. You're like, yeah, book it. Actually, check if they have this specific type of whatever nail polish.
Yeah.
And I'm like, being your scheduler, and I'm calling all these places to try and find the right time and the right place that does the thing that you need to do that I don't need to do. And I book it, and then you text me and you're like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna come. I'm just not feeling well. And I'm like, bullshit, you just don't want to.
Well, I thought we were going to this shithole that didn't have dip plus tips.
Okay, well, they did.
Well, I didn't want to drive all the way from the Palisades to Beverly Hills to get a regular-ass manicure, Miriam.
It was a dip one.
It wasn't at first, though.
Okay, but you canceled
and then
before.
the fact that you had booked the shitty
after.
place first, I mean, I was overwhelmed. I was exhausted.
I'm not saying I'm mad at you. I'm just saying I can relate to the...
Wasn't that a Monday, too?
Yeah, because Mondays are my days that I'm free.
Yeah.
So I do whatever I need to do on those days.
I felt bad about that. I should have. I almost got up. I think I paced around the kitchen for a minute.
It was just funny to me that you were you felt like you needed to tell me that you weren't feeling well. I'm like, bullshit, dude. I know you just don't want to.
I think I had a wave of nausea.
Uh-huh. Okay. After all these years, you'd think you'd be able to just say,
I swear.
I changed my mind.
Although it was partially because I felt nauseous.
I don't want to drive there. I mean, no, you did. You're still lying about it. It's crazy.
I can't remember. It was years ago. No, it was weeks ago, though.
It was 2 weeks ago, yeah.
All right. Well, something wasn't sitting right in my belly or in my hemorrhoid.
Yeah, okay.
I don't really lie to you. Of all people.
I think that's probably true. Yeah. I mean, it's a white lie. I don't care. It was just funny that you...
Sometimes I do feel the need to lie.
Yeah, I know.
Or add a little more special sauce.
Yeah. It's funny when people, I've definitely, caught myself lying about something really inconsequential, and I've just been like, why am I... Yeah, in my head, I'm like, why am I lying about this?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't care if this person knows the reality, but I can, I don't know. I find myself doing it. I'm like, that was a weird thing to lie about, but too late now.
Is it you that always says, a relative died?
No. Who does that? That's an excuse to get out of plans?
Yeah.
No, I feel like there's weird juju associated with that.
Yeah.
A relative actually will die if I lie about it.
I'm playing around with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother actually did that, but he was needing to get out of work one day, and he was just kind of in panic mode, and he's like, what do I do? Do I just have I gotta kill off a friend? And I was like, no, you don't. I was like, you literally just have to say you're sick. Just say you're sick. Yeah. What do you mean you have to you went to that extreme? He's also he ping pongs into high highs, low lows.
Yeah, but that's why we're attracted to each other.
And I was just like, dude, and it's it took him me saying it before he was just like, oh yeah, it doesn't, literally no one has to know what's actually happening in your life. You could just say I need a mental health day, and that's fine.
But aren't these new rules? These are the new world rules.
I mean, new as in the last decade, sure.
But isn't it a law that you legally don't have to tell your employer why?
Yeah, definitely.
When did that come to fruition?
I think that's been around. I had maybe 6 years ago, I had a doctor's appointment, and I even told my company, and I don't have to, but I was like, oh, I have to take off for a doctor's appointment. And he was like, what for? And I was like, a fucking pap smear? What do you want? You want the details? What am I supposed to... And I remember telling him, I don't think you really need to ask me that. And then he was just like, oh my God, yeah, you're right, sorry. And I was like...
When you're just used to normal conversation, or if you're friendly with a coworker or whatever, it's it just comes out.
Yeah.
Then you end up saying too much and regretting everything.
Yeah. Well, I've got this hemorrhoid that I'm trying to get rid of.
Yeah. I have the hottest butt doctor.
That's unfortunate.
I know.
Because your butthole is not the hottest.
Miriam, he was very kind.
I'm sure he was.
He for as hot as he was, he made me feel very comfortable.
That's good.
But I feel like he was so charismatic. He could be the kind of doctor that does bad things.
Oh.
And you would just let him. You know what I mean?
I mean, sure, yeah.
Kind of touching my thigh as we're going over certain types of hemorrhoids and shapes.
Uh-huh. A little higher? A little higher?
Then also,
Sorry,
one thing
doctor,
I didn't realize...
I didn't quite get that. Can you show me a demo?
How would you... Have you ever seen a butt doctor?
No.
Okay. So, I have some issues. You know, I've got irritable bowel and you know, I'm fairly lactose intolerant.
I'm just thinking about how every time you come over, you instantly shit.
I haven't been over in a dog's age.
I know.
But it's a long drive to your house, and then I get excited about hanging out with you, and I'm sorry.
Just bust in. I gotta use the toilet. I'm like, all right, go for it. See you in
It's
10.
always like a really long one, too.
And then you always send me a photo from the toilet because there's a mirror right in front of the toilet.
Yeah, and I always turn around. You have a mirror in front of the toilet and behind, and I always do it at your house to like measure how big my double chin is at the time. Because it's like the only time you can really turn all the way around.
Just get the
and I
full
always try to be
360.
like,
oh my God.
you know?
Yeah. Okay, so we got
But-
IBS. We're seeing the doctor.
How would you assume if somebody is like examining your anus that they would have you laid out? Because this was unexpected for me, what he instructed me to do.
The only comparison I have was laser. And they had me lay on my side and lift an ass cheek. So that's my guess.
Lay on your side and lift an ass cheek.
Yeah.
Okay, and were your knees separated or together?
Don't recall.
Like, were you spread out like this?
No. No. Were you?
No. No. No, dude. No, I was not in the frog position.
I'm just picturing like your asshole would pucker more.
My asshole just puckered at the sound of hearing the word pucker. No, I was laying on my side with my knees together.
Okay.
But I didn't have to open an ass cheek. Maybe because they were billowing out.
Probably.
Speaking of scary things.
Uh-huh. Haunted house? No.
Yeah.
You went.
I went to a haunted house this weekend.
Tell us about it.
I did. That was another plan that I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't want to do this. But my friend Erica was in town from New York. Sweet, sweet baby girl Erica Barstein, who you've met.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
She was in town for a wedding, and she was like, let's go to a haunted house. And so she found this one that was like really, it was in Pomona,
Okay.
which I think they decided was too far. But that one was like an immersive experience where I think they can like touch you.
Ooh.
And so they decided against that one, and they found this one in Thousand Oaks that was a little bit more of like a shopping mall haunted house. I feel a little bit like in terms of haunted houses in 2022, it just feels a little bit like we're still maybe too mentally unwell as a people to be doing haunted houses.
Yeah, probably. We're not ready for that yet.
There were so many people that were dressed up so uniquely that I was like, something's bad's gonna go down here. Something is about to ensue. There's this one guy who looked very hot, but he was like very tall, like kind of had like Twilight vibes, like Dracula, whatever the fuck. And he had like shaggy blonde hair and like a little bit of blood on his face.
Just a little bit of blood.
A little bit of blood, and he was wearing a mink coat, no shirt, and just like a big like cross necklace. And I was like, does this guy work here? Or like, what's going on?
Or is that just his daily outfit?
Is that just day-to-day
Yeah.
LA shit right there? I don't know.
I mean, could go either way. It's a toss-up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It just felt like at any moment, you know, anyone could have been an actor hired by the haunted house
Yeah.
to fuck with you.
Did anyone?
There were people, the line was like an hour long. You could pay $20 to skip it, but we were like, this would be a really fast experience of just like getting together in Thousand Oaks, so we might as well just wait in line and like whatever. They had people, they had like scary guys in like overalls similar to what you're wearing. No, they were wearing like Farmer Fran like signs, overalls similar to what you're wearing. I like those overalls. I grew out of all my overalls. I can't wear any of them right now, dude.
They get real snug real quick.
Do they?
Yeah.
Fuck.
One extra pound and you're like,
tight on
will
the
they
hips.
button? Yeah.
You have to start doing one strap off. But it's never these that are too tight. It's always the hips.
It's the hips, yeah.
Especially you with your childbearing hips.
That's true. And when I get fat out wide.
In the hips? Yeah. I go dense. Like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas belly.
Yeah. Yeah. like Humpty Dumpty.
We're waiting in line and they have this girl dressed up with like curly hair who was like, she would like sneak up on you with a bat, and then these other dudes dressed up, and that was pretty scary. And they would like wait until they could get you on your back. You know what they do though? I think they train them to do is if you make eye contact with them and you look scared, then they really fuck with you.
Oh.
And I had a little bit of a joint, and it was fucking my night up.
Oh no.
When they lock eyes with you and you're like,
you're
like, this person's going to follow me throughout the rest of the haunted house. Once we got in, we all switched turns going first. That was pretty fun. But there was one part of the haunted house where, like, it's a sweaty endeavor. You know what I mean? Well, it was a 20,000 square foot haunted house.
20,000?
Yes.
That's huge.
It was, I think, it was big.
Yeah.
It was in, like, an old Macy's or something that had gone out of business.
Okay.
Or, like, an old Toys R Us.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you're, like, going room to room, and at one point the hallway that we were in started getting smaller and smaller and smaller, until all of a sudden you're going through like a vaginal wall. It's just black, like trash bags with smushy stuff on the side.
Ew.
So you're just being smushed just tinier and
Dude,
tinier
not
and tinier.
COVID friendly whatsoever. Ew.
And I was somewhere in the middle, and I thought no one else was around. I thought I was the only one going through the vaginal wall of darkness.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Aaron! I heard a couple of my friends laughing. They were all just silent the whole time.
Oh my God.
I was screaming.
Yeah. I'm very jumpy.
You are? Do you like jumpy, scary movies? Like, do you watch horror movies?
I used to with Sarah, with your sister. We used to always watch scary movies.
She worries me a little bit with how much she loves scary movies.
Yeah, she's really into it. I think I was trying to like fit in and be like, I like it too.
Oh yeah. I did the same thing with her. Yeah, I was always like, I'll watch Silence of the Lambs for the 92nd time with you sick fuck.
I think I could handle it, and true. She has watched that so many times.
During the pandemic. Like, that's probably why things got so dark for me.
Yeah.
It's like she'd run off to the ER and then she'd come home and be like, want to watch Killers?
Ew, God.
Like, Sarah?
Yeah, I was okay with scary movies until The Ring came out. And then I remember seeing that in the theater. And I couldn't sleep. I had to, when I went home I couldn't sleep at all. And then I did another trick from my mom. I made a nest in my bed, which is when you take all the blankets and extra pillows and you put them in a circle and you just curl up in there. That was the only thing I could do to like feel
like a
comfortable.
Really short nest.
Well,
like it's not like it had walls.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, it's got a perimeter.
This little blanket moat was gonna save you.
Well, I got all the extra pillows and blankets from the linen closet, so we had a little height on it, but. It was more of just like a comforting thing. I just needed to like something different, but that spooked the hell out of me. And then I haven't really watched scary movies since. I did see what's the new Jordan Peele one? Yeah, no. And I went by myself. To
the Los Feliz.
Yeah, Los Feliz 3.
That's the theater that I saw Get Out in, and I remember going to the bathroom in that theater.
Did we see that together?
I sprinted back.
Oh, really?
I was so scared. Going to the bathroom during a scary movie when there's no one around.
Ooh.
Ever since Scream, when they stabbed through the bathroom stall.
Oh,
really messed with my head.
Remember that.
I think they put their ear up against the stall and the person stabs it.
Oh, spooky in season. The ear.
Spooky season.
No, what I was by myself. It was packed, but it's tiny theater.
Yeah.
And then a guy who also came by himself sat next to me, and I was like, do I have to do I need to disclose that I will gasp and jump? And I decided to tell him before the movie started.
Was he an attractive male suitor?
Masked up. I don't know.
Oh.
But I remember I was like, just heads up, like I'm probably gonna jump, and he was like, yeah, whatever, we find. And I literally at one point was like,
you probably smacked him.
And like, I like full like legs up on the seat and like gasped out loud, and then I like instantly started cracking up to myself. So I'm just so disruptive. The poor guy. I'm just like making a fool of myself. But that one got me. But I don't mind that kind of scary. It's the psychological scary or like really visual, where it's like even as you were describing the stabbing through the thing, Final Destination, where the rod comes out of the back of the truck. Yeah. I like think about that often when I'm behind a truck like that.
Yeah, or the logs.
Yeah.
Is it logs or
it was
poles?
a log, or I
Something
think it was like a steel
Oh.
rod, like rebar or something.
Because that was always in the preview too.
Yeah.
That always fucked me up.
Yeah,
I think that messed a lot of us up. Now, whenever we're driving, we're just like, oh.
Yeah.
You're also you're a very physical reactor. When you laugh or are scared or something amuses you, you always go. You always smack the shit out of me.
I got called out about that on Saturday.
Stop hitting me.
I know. Literally, someone that I just met on Saturday, I kept like, I was laughing and I like hit his arm. And then he was just like, try it again. And I was like, I was like, I don't know how to stop. I'm just a slugger, you know?
Yeah. You spook largely, you laugh largely, and you smack a lot of people. Is that what, like something with your brother growing up?
I have no idea.
Where this, like, you
I
need
think
physical.
I'm
You just really need some physical conduct.
Maybe that's
contact.
Conduct. Words are not our strong suit today.
You know what's messed up is that when you talked about making a little nest in your bed, I've been feeling lately like when you're in a relationship, do you ever like sleeping alone? I know. It's been, what has it been? 35 years?
Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close.
Did you ever like start to? Well, have you ever slept in the same bed as?
Yes.
Thinking again. Like, would you in a relationship, like when you start sleeping together in the same bed?
I don't really understand this concept you're describing.
Then when you said you make a nest?
I'm joking. Yeah, I do. It depends. It's like you want, like, there's something cozy. Like, I prefer to sleep on couches if I'm like, rather than like a foreign bed. There's just like, I don't move when I sleep. So I think having like barriers and walls is like, I do like that.
Bowling bumpers.
Yeah, exactly. Ideal. Sleeping bags, perfect for me.
Oh yeah.
But I definitely like the freedom. Sometimes in bed too, I like to sleep with my legs my body's in an L shape. Like, so like I'll sleep on my side and then my legs are straight out in front of me. Oh yeah. So I like my space.
Yeah. When you talked about making a nest with pillows, I was like, I would really like to do that. So I can have some space in my bed.
Yeah. But you have a guest bed.
I love a couple minutes of snuggling, but every night, obviously I love Aaron too. But we have a king-size bed now. And it's been nothing but trouble.
Because she's just...
Because
latches.
She's like always like, I need attention. She wants to snuggle at night, but she wants to go to bed also at 8:50 p.m.
Right.
You know? And then so she'll Uber all the way to my side of the bed. And she'll latch onto me. And then I have to toss. I do 15 minutes on this side, 15 minutes on that side, and I do that probably 87 times on each side before I finally go to bed. When I'm home alone, I'll go to bed face down, straddled. Across the whole bed. Oh. My legs are in a straddle split. Starfish, also known as a straddle. And she comes on my side of the bed and she's right there. And my arm falls asleep and I can hardly reach my phone. And sometimes I want to put in a Zen, but like, God forbid I wake her up. You know, and I keep turning the TV down every time something loud comes on. And it's like, I can't enjoy myself.
Right.
You know?
Maybe you can just do like you put her to bed. Do a quick little like night snuggle time, and then you go wiggle your way out of there, entertain yourself for the next 4 hours, eat your fourth meal, whatever you need to do, and then sneak back in.
Okay.
Halfway compromise. That's what this concept of relationships you discuss is all about, right?
Yeah.
It could work. I don't know, but I'm with you. Like, I like to, I
feel like she'll take it offensively if I'm like, I'm going to sleep in the guest bed, but boy, do I get a good night's rest in there.
Yeah.
Because I like to wake up in the middle of the night and scroll for a bit.
I mean, I think we need to work on your sleeping habits generally too, but I'm out. When I'm out. Like,
you sleep through the night?
All the way through. I go to bed when I'm tired. I fall right asleep.
That's really nice and healthy.
Yeah, and then I wake up pretty much always 7 hours later. Just wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready for the day.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good to be, I don't know. What's
even
the word?
keeled?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll be offended if you just, like, give her a little, as long as she knows you're not mad and sleeping in the other bed.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
Yeah, you just need to scroll.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I'm also farting like a trombone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm tired of feeling bad about everything.
Oh my God.
Did I tell you that I've been... Oh, this is bad.
What?
Well, Aaron's dairy free.
Yeah.
But I made a dish the other night. I made a sausage with cheese in it, and I didn't tell her.
Becky.
What?
Did you dosed her with dairy? Did she shit?
No, but she was farting like I do for once all night. And I was like, you are a human. She was like having funny farts when normally it's like, I think I said this before, like, there's nothing worse than like...
What?
This is what happens on Mondays. You have a thought, and then it sets sail.
Oh, it just
No,
like
but,
that,
like,
it went away?
Normally she has these weird little, like you farts. Healthy, trying to be healthy kale farts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, like, nice to sometimes hear, like, okay. That's what happens when you have a little bit of cheese snossage.
Snossage? Snossage?
But I ended up telling her a week later, and she was like, Becky!
You waited that long? Why didn't you tell her as she was farting?
I don't know. And she was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I was like, I don't know either.
That's so
cool. Because
mean.
I had also made like a lot of veggies, and then it was just like that was the one meat thing. But I'd only given her a couple pieces. But I was like, maybe I can wean her back onto dairy. But I know she doesn't want that.
Yeah. Yeah, why do you want her to... You're just sick of eating the chewy cheese. The hard cheese that never melts.
It's hard in a household when I want to buy a ball of burrata, but I have no one to split it with.
You got neighbors.
Like sometimes you just want to, eat it with whoever's in your house, not have outsiders in.
Yeah.
It can be exhausting.
You're right, though. I just bought some mozzarella. It wasn't a burrata, but...
A mozzarella ball?
Yeah.
And a little bit of water?
Yeah, and I had some, and then I had to throw the rest out like a week later, so I was like, well, that was it. That's all I needed. Can't eat the whole thing.
All the cheeses are going bad because I eat half, she eats half of her non-cheese cheeses. And then once we get home from a trip, we look in the cheese drawer, everything motherfucking green.
Cheese is growing cheese.
And then I'll still eat it because I'm like, well, isn't cheese mold anyways?
No, it's not.
It's not?
Depends on the type of cheese. Like blue cheese has a little bit of funk in it, but if we're talking pre-shredded cheddar, it's not mold. It's just not.
Oh, Jesus. This podcast is sponsored by HBO. Succession, new season coming spring 2023. No, but really, this podcast is sponsored by Zins. 6 milligram, get you back on your good foot.
Wait, you haven't had any Zins?
I ran out. I told Ben to get some on the way here.
Oh, my God.
I told myself I wasn't going to buy any more after this last round that he purchased me.
And then you were like...
But we have a concert tonight.
But if Ben buys them, it's a loophole.
If Ben buys them, it's a loophole.
That's how I ended up. There they are.
Ben, what topics? Are we forgetting anything to glaze over?
We haven't done our joke read.
What is this? What is this jelly?
Sticker?
I don't know. Would you guys start?
It was an onion. Is there an onion in the bag?
I don't know. I mean, there might have been. I got Chipotle in that bag, so.
You always fucking eat Chipotle. It's time for our favorite segment, Miriam's Bit of the Week.
My best jokes.
If you've only listened to this episode, Miriam at one point in life thought she very much should be a comedian.
That's not true.
Miriam,
I wanted to try one open mic. And I wanted to see if I could come up with material for one open mic. But I still have all the jokes.
Okay.
All right. What do you do? What do you do when you notice someone mimicking your mouth with their mouth while you're talking? Have you noticed that? Like, if you're telling a story, some people will, they just
That's very odd. Very off-putting.
It's like a few times that's happened to me and I catch the person doing it and I'm just like, oh, should I address that they're just like mimicking
I feel
my
like
mouth?
always address it.
I never have.
Really?
Yeah, because it just feels like a weird thing that they do, you know?
I went on a date with a guy once. This was like one of the only dating app dates I went on. And I remember this guy, I would like, tell me a story. This is what he was doing the whole time. Just tell me a story.
Oh, so the other day,
Uh-huh. And I just stopped talking and I was like, I had had a few drinks at that point and I was like, are you aware that you do this? And he was like, do what? And I was like, you go, after, like, say it after a sentence or something, but it was like
Right.
chopping
Give
up
me some breathing room.
my statement.
Oh my God.
Okay, what else do we got? Moral of the story here, always call someone out on their bullshit.
Yeah, true.
Figures.
Okay, let's see. The jerk off hand motion always gives a little insight into how people masturbate.
A little chuckle from the boys on that one. What do you mean? Like when someone's like, fuck off?
Yeah, exactly. Like some are more relaxed about it, some are a little more aggressive. It's just funny.
These are
to pay attention
pretty good
to.
premises, Miriam.
Thank you so much.
I wish that I could see you like fully flesh out
I
these bits.
I know
and
I
watch you
can't,
do it on
though.
stage and be like,
That's the thing. I think I can come up with the little. You can have all of these, you know.
a
if
little.
you
Oh,
wanna
thank
do
you so much,
something.
Miriam. Thank
Yeah.
you.
When you are at the gym and you're wearing headphones, it feels like
Oh, it must be good.
no matter how loud you fart, no one ever hears you because of all the like gym equipment and the fact that you're wearing headphones. I feel like everyone at the gym is farting all the time.
Yep.
Loudly. Catching people yawn is the most real anyone gets. Like when they're yawning, they just have no control over their face whatsoever.
That's the realest.
That's the realist. Yep.
Do you call people out when they yawn in conversation with you?
No.
That's good.
You mean like, oh, am I boring you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not really.
It pisses me off.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like,
No, I'm
yes.
tired. Oh. I used to always poke people in the mouth, though, when they were yawning.
That would piss me off.
Seems like a fun thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Should
we
we
found out
wrap it?
Sandy has giardia.
Really? From what?
I don't know, life.
How does a dog get how does anyone get giardia? Eating shit?
Sometimes puppies just have it.
Hmm.
I don't know. You know, another day in hell.
Okay. Is it contagious?
I don't think so. She's been really rubbing her asshole on my pillow, though.
Ew.
Guys, I've been Becky Robinson.
And I still am Miriam Mulligafari. Always does it.
Catch us next time on.
Start a birth.
We're going to have to get smoother at that, Miriam. Because otherwise it just is not going to work.
Well, let's do it again.
I've been Becky Robinson.
Am I not allowed to make that joke every time?
I love it. I love it.
Struggling. Oh, you put it back in?
Well, I don't necessarily have a trash here, and I didn't wear a bra today, and sometimes I put the trash in my bra.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Guys, I've been Becky Robinson.
And I still am Miriam Mulligafari.
This is Start at Birth. See you next time.
Bye-bye.